What up? What up? What up? What up? I'm a little bit late. I'm sorry. We're here for a new ThinkOf Artist Podcast. Today we're gonna interview VIckiBewicked. She's an awesome, incredible artist. I'm about to call her right now. Yeah, so I'm a little bit late because I was promoting everything, and I decided to promote on Facebook and all that too. Something new, right? But yeah, let me call her up, see if she's ready, and then go from there. Bagu. Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Full screen. There you go. Hold up. Second. All right, we got you. All right, are you ready?
Cool. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Positive?
Yes, positive.
Because I am not. I need my. Just kidding. No,
Yo, take your time. Take your time. Do what you gotta
no,
do.
no, no, I am ready. I just have to get the questions on my phone because write them down like
Got you.
the cards and all that. There we go. All right, here we go. So I'm about to switch right now screens. Here we go. So here we go. There it is. VIckiBewicked. Welcome to the show. How you
Hi,
doing?
thank you. Doing pretty good, pretty chill, hanging in there.
All right, so we're just gonna start straight from the podcast, like the first question, and go from there.
Okay.
Um, so the first one I'm gonna ask, how did you start making art, and why do you make art?
Let's see. I started making art when I was a little girl. I was heavily influenced by my father, who pretty much got me into like drawing and everything. When I was in elementary school, I would just kind of like draw cartoons, and honestly, I would draw like Pokemons, like a lot of Pokemons.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I guess also back then, since like I didn't have cable a lot growing up. So, like, I would watch, like, PBS a lot, and there would be, like, some segments where some artists were, like, hosting themselves, like, painting and things of that nature, so that kinda, like, sparked my interest in painting. From there, I kinda, like, started to pick up acrylic paints, then I got into oil painting, which is what I currently do now. Um so I just kinda kept up with it, like, throughout the years and just kinda kept, like, exploring different subject matters and, just branching out with different themes, I'll say.
What was your favorite Pokemon to draw back in the day? You had one?
I have no idea. I think I had, like, the book or something. And so I would just kinda, like, copy, like, different Pokemons from the book, and, like, I would just be drawing them
Oh,
on, like,
okay.
notebook paper, so it wasn't like I was drawing favorites. I mean, maybe I was, but they were just easy practice.
Okay, yeah, okay. I mean,
Yeah.
I could relate to that. I started with like drawing Pokemon and Digimon, like just the outline stuff.
Mhm.
So that's what I started with. But I started so late. I started when I was in junior year of high school, 2011.
Okay. Okay,
Um,
okay, hey.
all right. So, um, that explains that. But the next one, I do want to ask, what does your art most identify with?
My art, let's see, I guess it mostly identifies with, like, dark art or art that has, like, a macabre or, like, creepy subject matter. Um, like I'm more attracted to things that are like really bizarre or like just really disturbing. So I definitely kind of seek that sort of art and that kind of rips off into like the art that I create.
Yeah, that kind of goes like with the next question with the themes. Right now, I'm
Hmm.
on multiple. You have multiple Instagrams, right? You have one for like your general stuff, and then you have one for your paintings. So right now, what I'm showing
Yeah.
right now is the painting one because I love the detail that you do with the horror art. I like it gives a really great depth and emotion on some of these
Hmm.
characters. Like here's one of them right here. Like the what do you call him? The shy guy from Mario.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then so you do like fan art and original art. You keep going like you just mess around with anything you feel like doing.
Yeah.
Does
Yeah.
any favorite piece you have right now that you want to like talk about? Like something that it kind
Um,
of like took you to like a new direction. It gave you a new thought process of how you do your work.
let's see. I'm kind of looking. Um, I think on that particular Instagram page,
Mm-hmm.
scroll, scroll-
So there's this
there's
one that
one. There's
night and day one. That's pretty cool. Oh, sorry.
oh
Go ahead.
yeah. There's one that has like the creature with like the stick, the spiral going through his
Oh,
chest.
yeah, I see that one.
S-
Pain is piercing right through me. Oil canvas.
yeah,
3 feet by
yeah,
4
that
feet.
one. Yeah,
Wow.
that one. Yeah,
Big
that one
painting.
is definitely one of my favorites. Like I said, yeah, like I said, it's big. It's like, pretty. It was a pretty large scale painting for me to work on. And I just really enjoyed the color scheme. Um, just like making it look like really moody and just it was just really it was really different compared to some of my other work. So I'm kind of trying to to imitate that sort of style and like some of my current pieces using a similar color scheme.
Yeah, I could tell with the lighting that you did. I mean, this has got to be 3 feet by 4 feet. How'd that?
Mhm. Mhm.
Trying to think the size right now on top of my hand. How long did it took you to create this one?
I I kind of work like on and off with some of my paintings. So
Oh,
I
okay,
might
okay.
start one and then like it might be months before I actually finish it. But it might have like maybe collectively it probably could have taken me like a few weeks.
I mean, I could see that
Maybe.
happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the expression, like especially with the mouth. It's like just the piercing. He's like, oh, what just got me? Like that's just my thought process, right? Because I'm just more like cartoony and so it's like he just gets pierced like right through him, and he's just like, what just happened? Like what just happened? And he's just screaming in pain. But yeah, I love this one. I love this one. Um, and so here's just a question. Like it's not on my list. Um,
Mhm.
what medium do you prefer right now? Because I know you do a lot of different mediums. You do like
Mhm.
sculpting, I believe. You do the what's it called? The varnish, I believe it's called.
Like I do like resin stuff.
Resin, there we go, resin, and you do
Yeah.
animation and painting. So like,
Mhm.
what medium do you prefer right now?
Um, let's see. At the moment, it's been really fun just kind of messing with resin.
Hmm.
Just kind of experimenting. Like I can kind of just make cute, colorful, glittery things. But I am kind of like shifting a little bit and getting a little bit more into painting. So oil painting, when it comes to painting, oil painting is the medium I work with the most.
Yeah, yeah. So right now, I'm looking at the recent one that you did for resin headphone stand. You
Mm-hmm.
did a couple of them. They're freaking dope. Um,
Thanks.
and yeah, yeah. So it kind of goes like you do one thing for a for like couple like what like weeks or so, and then you switch.
Mm-hmm.
And you go
Mm-hmm.
like
Yep.
back and forth, back and forth. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. I see. Okay. Um, what's some? Do you remember like what's like one of your favorite resin pieces that you made? Since like it's sort of like
Mm.
is resin's kind of new right now, or is
Yeah. Well,
like
no.
I know it's been on for like a while, but I mean like is it kind of
Yeah.
getting like where like almost anybody could get it now?
Oh yeah, I mean, definitely anyone can get into it. I feel like last year with like the quarantine, it's kind of like a hobby that a lot of people kind of picked up, and which is kind
Yeah.
of why I got into it, honestly. Like I just kind of thought it looked cool and it seemed fun, so I just kind of like picked it up as like a little hobby, just kind of to make things. Um, I think like the main another main reason I got into it is because I want to make like resin toys, like designer toys and stuff. And normally those are like can be made out of vinyl, but you can also make them out of resin. So I kind of knew that I wanted to sculpt my creatures out, like and then eventually make like little resin duplicates of them.
Yeah, right now I'm looking at the process of one of them,
Hmm.
of one of your little toys with the mold.
Hmm.
So
Yep.
yeah, that's very interesting because like, how long did it take you to make that mold?
Um, let's see. Honestly, it could take like 6 hours, maybe 6 or 8 hours for the mode to actually like for the mode being like the green thing you saw,
Right, right, right.
for that to become like hardened so that I can put resin in it and like make duplicates. So literally
It's
we could do it
worse.
in a day. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's very weird because you can like just make more and more and more, paint
Mhm.
them different if you
Yep.
want, and something like that. I
Yep.
mean, that's the whole point of like designer toys. I was like, you can make the same thing, but just color them differently. Boom, you get a new
Mhm.
product. So
Mhm.
it's really worth. They're really cool. The little skull characters. Are you selling these right now
Yeah.
on your store?
I am
Or
not. I
okay.
have not even, like, made any more, so that's kinda next on my list to kinda play around with.
Oh, come on. Kidding.
Yeah. I was
No, no, but
slacking. I
no,
was
no.
slacking.
It's no, no. I actually like. I like. You're like one of my favorite artists because you're like do a lot of different kind of mediums. You never stick with one
Mhm.
thing, and
Yeah.
and that takes time and effort, and you know, like you did like what's it called, brooches?
Mhm.
Uh,
Mhm.
that's like even I don't know how you could do that. Like so tiny little lines and.
Yeah, I like miniature art, like, and I like the fact of being able to make art kind of just portable or functionable in some way, like being able to wear it or something like that. So I just kind of like try to think of like what can I put my art on to, make something kind of cool, make it pop.
um. So, is there any kind of product that you want to make in future then, since you've done a lot? Is there something that you want to get
Mm,
into?
let's see. Product wise,
Product or
I don't
medium?
really well, I guess medium wise, I would like to get more into animation just to get better at like 3D animation
Hmm.
when I do like my 3D renders and stuff like that and Blender and just kind of trying to just create scenes with that as well as create like interactive 3D scenes. So
Hmm.
kind of like how video games work. I would love to make a video game someday, maybe like a mobile app or something, a mobile game.
Or like indie type game right now,
Mhm.
kind of thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Because so that's like the next direction. You want to get into animation and like 3D,
Mhm.
or you want to go 3D, right? The 3D route.
Well, when it comes to like making a game 2D, like I'm fine with doing like 2D type of game.
Do you have any like favorite indie game? Like kind of like maybe like could be your inspiration maybe in the future?
Like a favorite, um, let's see. I feel like I do. I like games like Cat Lady. I kind of thought that was kind of creepy-ish. I love the vibe of it. There's another game like called Primordial Pre I forgot how to pronounce it, but there's another game called gosh, I really don't know.
No, you're fine, fine. Right now, I'm looking at the
What's the
trailer
name of it?
for Cat Lady right now.
Oh, what's the
Uh,
name of it? I have it in my library, so that's why I was just like, I just need to see the name of it. Um, Primordia, I like that game. I love the
um,
artwork in that game as well as Tormentum. So it would
Okay.
be kind of cool to make a game similar to Tormentum. It's just kind of dark and creepy. Not like that. Wait, what is
uh,
that? Wait,
that's
what is that game?
I don't know. I searched Cat Lady. Is that
That's
it?
not that's not the one I was talking about, yeah.
I
Um,
searched Cat Lady. Oh wait, the
yo
2013 version, right?
okay, yeah, yeah,
I
this
found
is
it.
Kelly
Okay, I found the
memory.
real one, guys. I found the real one. I got it mixed
Okay.
up. All right, there's two games called Cat Lady. I didn't know. I didn't know because I never heard about this game. That's why. So I was like, I haven't paused. So it's like, I guess I got the wrong one. Because I was like thinking 2D, right? So I was like,
Mhm,
is
mm,
this?
yeah, yeah,
So I was like, kind of with that.
yeah.
Uh, so what's Cat Lady about?
It's pretty, like has a pretty dark theme to it, it's honestly been, like, a few years since I've played it,
Hmm.
so I kinda remember some of it, but just kind of this woman, kind of just pretty much getting by, getting past her, like, depression and everything, and just kinda having to live life,
That's why they
start
call her Cat
over.
Lady.
Yeah, this is way different than that other one you had, but,
Yeah, this is way different. The trailer is way different.
yeah,
That
this
was
is
like
like a
way different vibe. So I was like, I'm
yeah.
like, I got the right one. I'm not sure I got the right one. I'm like looking at the trailer, like I don't think I got the right one 'Cause I didn't know there was 2 games called Cat Lady, honestly,
I didn't
so
either. I did not either. But yeah, yeah, I would love to make stuff like that, or just like little mobile games that we have on our phone, something simple and creepy cute or something.
Alright, so we're gonna go to the next one, actually. It kinda goes with the influence.
Mhm.
Who are your biggest influence?
Biggest influences.
Could be artists,
Um,
a game, a book, anything like it like, kinda, like, inspire you of, like, your direction as an artist.
mhm. I would say when it comes to artists or painters such as Bakinski, Francis Bacon, Victor Casilio, like it's a lot of those type of like horror artists or pop surrealist artists that really influence me when it comes to like painting styles. I really like pop art as well as impressionism and expressionism. Um, yeah, yeah,
I can see
yeah.
how Francis Bacon could be influenced because I'm looking at his artwork and the mouthpiece
Hmm.
that he did, and when it was like, it's so creepy and dope.
Yeah, yeah. And that's what I love. Like, there's of course a lot more like more modern artists from this day, like Sam B and Jack Doon, who also do like really creepy horrorish art. And I love their colors. I love their color schemes, the textures of their work. And then the subject matter is just different.
Yeah, I can tell like what the I never what
Yeah,
era was he?
Francis Bacon, he was like
Yeah.
1930s, 1940s or 50s, like, well, not too long ago, but maybe 1980s. Maybe he died in the 80s or
Oh.
90s, I can't remember.
Oh,
But
okay.
but yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
something like
I
that.
could, yeah. I mean, I could totally tell the influence of him. That's really dope. Yeah, I never heard of him till now. Sorry about that. I think my mom was telling me something, and I was like, not right now.
You good.
All right, we're back. We're back. I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm sorry. Scuff podcast. I'm just kidding. No. No, I'm actually
Okay.
enjoying this. I'm really enjoying the influence of like Francis Bacon. That's very interesting with him. Since he's like so early on, it's crazy how like,
Mhm.
and then like it's still influenced to this day. Um, and so we're gonna go to the optional questions. I call these optional because it's up to you if you want to answer these. Um,
Okay, okay.
what do you think? What do you think is the state of art on Twitch?
So currently I haven't there's a lot of I mean, I think it's great. I think like the creative aspect of Twitch is amazing. Like having been on Twitch before, like the creative category and art category were a thing, like seeing so many artists on the platform is wonderful to see. I haven't been browsing as much of like the art category like I want to, so I definitely plan on doing that more because I kind of want to see like, who else is out there, what else are
Mm.
people doing. Um so I think it's been very interesting to see the growth, I'll say, of like many artists who are starting to stream their work and put themselves out there because I know it can be kind of scary, kind of intimidating,
Part.
streaming your art in front of people. So, yeah.
Do you have any like things they could improve on, or any negative things about it on Twitch?
Um, see.
Like
I know they
anything?
have trying to trying to see. Like I know they have the different um tags, I'll say, I guess, tags when it comes
Mm-hmm.
to the art
Right.
category. And that is something that like I kind of pay attention to when I'm looking for a particular type of artist. And, unfortunately, it's optional to use tags, and sometimes artists may not use a tag for what they're doing. So, it's not really a complaint, but it's more of just something I've noticed, since they kind of lump all of the art in kind of one
Yeah,
section.
yeah, I can see that.
Um,
Yeah.
I would love to be able to filter out, I guess, a little bit better of like what I'm looking for if I'm particularly looking for like oil painters, because I don't see a lot of oil painters on Twitch, but I
It's
see, of
mostly
course, a
all
lot of
digital now.
digital.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of digital artists, and nothing's wrong with that. I love digital, but I'm just like, I wanna see oil painters.
Yeah, so like the
Um,
discoverability, it needs to be better, which is I think that's like the whole website in total in general right now.
yeah,
um,
yeah, yeah.
it's just something that hopefully they'll end up like fixing and all that. You know, do you remember when Twitch had like the like on the art section they had like top art, like they had artists rotating on top?
I think so. Honestly, I don't know if I remember that,
Yeah, they
but
had they had
if
like artists like rotating, and then like it's like the same thing on the front
uh-huh.
page. You know, they have like you
Mhm.
could like there's like top artists that are showcasing. And
Yeah.
they had that for the art section, but they took it out. I don't know why.
Oh, I wish they would bring that back then. That would actually be really like, that's something I feel like they should have kept.
Yeah, it like I mean,
Yeah.
and then like they rotate it. It doesn't matter how many person has their views or
Mhm.
follower count doesn't like it would have been good if they just did like random like of
Mhm.
people of up there like 5 new people, whatever,
Yeah.
kind of thing. And that would have been like, oh, okay, there you go. That's a new way to discover other artists and give them a chance or something. But
Mhm. Mhm.
not about my opinion right now. All right, we're gonna go to the next one. What is your opinion about NFTs? You have any?
Um, that's quite a subject
Yeah, yeah,
nowadays.
yeah.
I feel like in the
Yeah,
art community,
that's why I'm asking it
especially.
because I had one who's with NFTs. I have someone who is both are good and
Yeah.
bad because they're not 100% sure with it, and then I have a
Mhm.
third one who does not know really anything about it. So I'm just trying to
Mhm.
get every artist I interview if they're willing to answer their
Okay.
opinion
Okay.
and their side.
So for me personally, I kind of found out what NFTs or crypto art was around like December of last year. And I was just kind of curious about it. And then like later into beginning of this year, I kind of like just started to like kind of make my way into the Twitter scene of it to just kind of see what was going on. Like, what is this?
Right, right, right.
And I definitely feel like it has potential. Um, the fact that it's kind of tied to cryptocurrency, I have my concerns about the longevity of that a little bit. Um,
Uh-huh.
but I mean, I actually have created like NFTs and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I don't as much now because my focus has kind of changed a little bit, but I am kind of still kind of peeping what is happening in the community. I think it definitely has its pros and its cons. I'm just, I definitely am kind of agreeing with some of the pros and some of the cons when it comes to the whole NFT craze. And I feel like it's kind of gained a lot of popularity this year.
Hmm.
And I think there are some misconceptions about it. I think there's a lot of misinformation about it as well.
Do you wanna
But
let you know about the pros and cons? I have a list.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
If you wanted me like say it and then you could just go like give your opinion about it, like if you agree
Yeah,
with it or
yeah,
not.
yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
let's do that.
So this is just a basic list. So we're gonna go with the pros first. Let's go with the easy ones
Okay.
first. Value growth. As with any other investment, there's always the potential of growth in the value of your investment when you buy these tokens. For example,
Mhm.
Cyberpunk number 3100 first sold for 2,127 dollars on July 6th, 2017. The collector who owned the artwork refused to sell until March 21. Although, however, whoever it was received plenty of offers. Nonetheless, the collector is probably doing backflips considering this more than $7.5 million return investment they earned when they sold. So they sold it when the game just came out before all the backlash. So that's one pro, a value growth. So what do you think about that?
Um, I feel like that same concept can be applied in the real art world though.
Mm.
So I don't it's definitely not a foreign concept. I mean, it happens a lot when you have like, art auction houses and things like that, with some of the art and, it's worth crazy amount of money these days. You personally, when I create art, I'm not necessarily creating it with the hope that it's going to be worth that much.
Hmm.
Like so, later on into the future. So I do when it comes to value and worth of art, uh, I guess I base that off of a few different things compared to like, how much I guess someone is hoping that it becomes or how much somebody is hoping that it's worth in the future. Um,
Mm. Okay.
but it definitely, I definitely see that a lot. Like you mentioned, like a lot of people will like buy something and like I said, later down the line it's worth so much. And then people have the question, well, why is it worth that much? Exactly. Especially seeing some of the stuff I've seen. I'm wondering the same thing as well. But it's not my place to to judge. But yeah.
Okay, okay. So the next one is ownership of something unique. So you know how like NFTs are digital access, like you can't really own it, can't physically grab it or anything like that.
Hmm.
Well, the one way NFT artists are kind of going around about that is they send something unique to them. Like for example, uh the other artists that told me they will like send a poster with a barcode on there of the
Hmm.
NFT. So that's something like they'll send it unique to them.
Hmm.
So pretty much in this definition, what they wrote, um, these digital collectibles are non-fundable, which essentially means they're irreplaceable. They're a good feeling when you know that you are one of a kind. You own a one of a kind piece, whether it be a painting, a piece of furniture, or digital image, audio clip, or other digital assets. So you agree with that?
Um, I think partially. I think that kind of goes into like the topics I've seen about scarcity when it comes to art. Um, like I see nothing wrong if someone like sends a physical thing to someone along with like the NFT or not, or not having to send anything.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to like I definitely think people, like I said, they like something unique. Like knowing that you are the only person in the world with a particular piece of art or a particular thing. I guess I feel it feels nice. Nice knowing
Yeah,
that you
yeah, yeah.
you own that and no one else has a copy like it and that you have the original. And the thing with that is that, people can always like plagiarize
True.
um in the NFT market space, which I've seen happen before, but also people can plagiarize in the real world art scene. So it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's the same thing. You have many forged copies of paintings that are circulating in the museums and art galleries as of now. So, you know, um, you hope you're getting the one getting the one and only original piece, but you might
Right,
not
right.
be. So yeah, I
Yeah,
definitely think, having a one of a kind piece is really cool. Like I get it. I get why people like that. But I'm also not against, having prints or selling more than one or having maybe limited editions of something.
yeah. It's like I mean 2020 taught us that everyone went crazy about collecting some stuff.
Hmm.
Like things being way overboard and then NFTs blew up. So
Yeah.
like we don't know what's gonna happen with the NFT market right now because it's still very
Hmm.
new and it's like is it something
Yeah.
that we were just getting into and just like just going with the hype, like
Hmm. Yeah. A
it's
lot of
probably gonna
that.
stick or not gonna stick, so you never know.
Yeah.
Um, all right, so I'm gonna go with some of the cons right now.
Hmm.
Uh, uncertain value. Even for expert, NFTs are confusing assets. When you purchase one of these non-fungible fungibles, you're not necessarily purchasing the copyright to the art. people
Mhm.
are is still able to find copies on the internet of the art for which you own the token, but there's nothing stopping them from copying and pasting these files on social media, then showing off or sharing what you have paid millions dollars for. So
Yeah. And it's absolutely right. When someone is purchasing an NFT, they're not, buying copyright. The artist has full copyright over that piece of work. And yeah, anybody can just screenshot it and post it or make a print of it or something like that. I think it comes down to just like, I guess, respect and whatever form of integrity of like respect for the community and the artists who participate. Um, because that was one thing I was confused about when I first started like hearing about crypto art and stuff like that. I'm just like, well, what's the difference? What makes this different or special? And I think the fact that it is like this token, this kind of you have this history that is public to everyone to see who the owner is of a piece forever. I think for me, that's what I think would definitely hold more value than compared to just like um just having a print of it, just sitting back and going through like you have receipts, you can see who the owner of
yeah.
it is, and it's the same thing in like the actual art world and in some of these galleries, how you have many buyers of like a painting. There is like kind of like a receipt of how many buyers this particular piece has had over the time and how much that piece has been sold for. So I think having that like that backup like history ledger of like where that piece has been, who has owned it, I think is what gives it more weight. But yeah, like at the end of the day, I mean, this is all on the internet.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
they let the internet go away, let the blockchains go away, then what? Um, so I think it's yet again us humans kind of putting value in
I
to
mean,
maybe
I
things
mean,
that don't exist.
I mean, people kind of freaked out a couple of days ago when Twitch went down and Amazon went down and the other websites went
Mhm.
down. People were
Mhm.
freaking out. Like, what am I gonna do now? What's going on? What do I do with my life? Like,
Yes.
people were just freaking out. Like, they were just like, oh, I can't watch Twitch. I can't be on Amazon or like this website's down. What is going on?
Mhm.
So that's kind of crazy when you think like that too. Like, cause money is going like kind of like in a digital way now, especially with crypto
Yeah.
blowing up more. So like what
Yeah.
what happens with there's a surge, things go down.
Yeah.
What are
Exactly.
you gonna do?
Exactly.
Like so that's like
Exactly.
that's like I don't think that's a thing that people are not even thinking about that's at the time. But
Mhm.
the biggest one about NFTs that I heard a lot about
Think I know. Think I know what that one is.
the environmental costs.
Yep.
Environmental. So pretty much
Yeah.
that's the biggest one I heard.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Is the biggest one, the biggest con of NFTs is environmental.
That definitely does bother me, um, which was one main reason why I decided to kind of hold off on uploading anything on the Ethereum blockchain, just because I didn't necessarily want to participate, even though I like there's many articles that kind of like it gets deep, like because there's many other things that contribute uh to like carbon emissions and things like that in the environment. So I think what got me in March when I started seeing a lot of people kind of jump on this and uh like kind of attack people who created NFTs is just like, there's also other things out there in different industries, all of these corporations who are contributing just as much um, when it comes to like um, not being eco-friendly or environmentally friendly. And so that kind of frustrated me, seeing people put a lot of particular like kind of going witch hunts when it came to other artists, particularly because I'm just like, at the end of the day, I'm not going to speak badly or judge an artist of how they want to make a living because we in this capitalistic society, we some of us have to find ways to make money, and I can get why some people might not want to participate in the blockchain because like they have like their conscience and just feel like, oh, I'm contributing to this and that. But I feel like people also don't pay attention to how much they contribute in their everyday life to not being very energy efficient. Um, so that's my thought on it. But there also are other eco-friendly blockchains out there that I think a lot of people didn't know about, that do not consume energy at all, like Ethereum. And I think like I said, I feel like that's where there's a lot of misinformation about NFTs come from because a lot of people aren't doing the research really because I didn't know about it as well. Like you have things like Tezos, which is another one that is
Mm,
eco-friendly, that is doesn't consume nearly as much energy as like Ethereum or Bitcoin. And so a lot of people didn't know about that one. And there are just many others, a handful of others, and there are people out there creating resources to try to educate people about this and everything. So I think people have their opinions, and a lot of them are kind of very stuck and set on those opinions and not
hmm.
really wanting to research past that.
So they're like not looking both
Um,
ways, like one on one side or one on this
yeah,
side, and trying to meet like in the middle
yeah.
or something. Like they're just like
They're
just.
just like, "I
The,
hate it."
yeah,
You
I
know, like,
mean,
just like, "I hate NFTs," and it's like, I get it, but it's like, I when a lot of this stuff was happening on Twitter, I was reading a lot of threads from people, and I'm just like, "Some of y'all really don't know what you're talking about." Not saying I know everything, but it was a
right,
lot of just like, just a lot of lack of research and a lot of people regurgitating the same information and articles.
right, right.
And I was like, that's when I saw like this is what happens when people are sharing the same information to everyone, and it's like not necessarily the right information, and then everybody starts believing it. And so that
Like
was
a
frustrating to
like a
see.
snowball effect.
Yeah, it was a big snowball effect. And but yeah, it's just like, yeah, everyone contributes, yeah, like in some way or another to like this planet.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
we
yeah.
get like we can I think the lack of transparency for a lot of these NFT like sites that host different artists and everything, like I think their lack of transparency about it was also kind of frustrating because it's something that people didn't know about, and yet I feel like it's something that should be talked about more, which it has been.
Yeah, that's why like I'm kind of like asking this question in this podcast because I'm trying to get
Mhm.
everybody's opinion about it, whether you're against it or with it. Because
Mhm.
I have people that just dismiss people if you're against, like if you're with
Yeah.
entities, it's dismissed. If you're
Yeah.
against entities, you're dismissed. Like, and I don't feel like that's a good way of like talking about it. So I am
Mhm.
a little thing I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to have a an artist debate with NFTs where one is pro and one is con. I have a pro artist who's willing to do that. So if any artist is down to do that, to be against NFTs and have a debate, if an actual debate, because we never had one before, more than welcome. Send me a message. Um. Anyways, we do have a comment right now. Just owning a computer, you can contribute towards carbon emissions as land clearing. I can't read. In contrast, the cost of storing physical art and displaying it, and the cost of a lot to maintain
Mhm.
and transport the art. See, there you go.
Yeah,
This is this is
exactly.
this is why you gotta listen to like the other side. That's what, like when I did NFTs, I decided, you know what, I was thinking about it as you. I didn't feel like comfortable doing it, right? But I was lucky
Mhm.
enough to have other revenue, doing other things.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but I understand why some NFT artists want to do it and get into it, make
Mhm.
a number, especially if you're a digital artist, right?
Yeah, yeah, I
Especially if
think
you're a digital artist.
it's great for digital artists, and um, like I said, it's like it's either looking at how much like it takes to create like prints or t-shirts or, just the amount of energy like businesses like Amazon like they use a year. It's like some of
Right.
this is not in comparison to you know, what how some of it is on the blockchain. Though it is a lot. It is a lot. But it's like there's people putting all this energy and hate towards NFTs. It's like I need y'all to put that same energy towards all these other industries that are using up just as much energy. And I feel like people just
Yeah.
aren't. Like it's just like, so
Yeah.
but
So
yeah.
keep an open mind, guys. Just listen to both sides instead of just dismissing people. That's what I'm guessing you're saying, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and everybody has their opinion. They can, do
All right.
whatever.
All right. So we're gonna go back to you now because that's the big that's the big one, right? And that's like a whole episode on its own on NFTs.
Hmm.
All right, so we're gonna go back to you. This one is if you ever had one or ever heard of an artist. Uh, so the question is pretty much, what's the weirdest commission you ever gotten, or you ever heard another artist have gotten?
When it comes to myself, I haven't had that many weird commissions. I've had some challenging commissions, I'll say.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just with, like, what I had to draw is a little bit different for me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I remember I had, like, to do some emotes for J-Rock, who's a streamer,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just, like, his main theme involves, like, he kinda, like, plays games, like, with his feet, he's able to. So having to create emotes with like a foot or something and make
Oh,
sure that people will understand what it is was a bit challenging. I enjoy doing them though. They're fun. They're definitely fun emotes to make. But I have to say those are probably the most challenging.
the
Um
emotes.
yeah, like out of some of the emotes I have done.
Like
But yeah.
I want a emo, a feet that's angry, a feet that is happy, hype. Like
Yeah, they replace the hands. You just don't have hands, you have the feet. So I'm just like
right, right, right. So it's like that. It's like, yeah, I want to draw. Can you draw feet emotes and have them emotions and stuff, and make sure they're readable? Like, I can see that. How could that be a challenge too? To be honest.
yeah, very much a challenge, but they're fun. They're fun. They come out good.
Yeah, yeah. So like, this is that is a weird commission. I mean, like, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that is kind of a weird commission. You know, like I want feet
Mhm.
emotes. You know, but it's because everybody has their own style, everybody has their own brand, so like it makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Is there anything else that you probably heard from another artist getting or yourself?
Not that I can think of, not for me, but most of my commissions requests are
Okay,
pretty
okay.
tame,
All right,
so,
cool, cool.
yeah.
All right. Oh, okay. So this is actually a bonus question. I just thought right now. So you do a lot. You do a lot of art boots, right?
A lot of yeah.
Um, has there anything like a funny story you have that happened to you or happened while you're doing a con or something like that in an art booth?
Mm, Let me see. I've had a time where, uh, I guess she was a customer, I think she bought something. She, like I don't know, she got a little clumsy and she knocked over all of my buttons on the floor, and they're like these little 1-inch buttons, and I'm just like,
Oh,
folks was on there trying to pick them up and everything, and that was just kinda like, "Oh my gosh, what are you doing?" So, that was a little frustrating. I mean, I understand accidents happen, but,
right.
um, I'm trying
You
to
didn't just
see.
walk away, right?
Oh,
You
of
actually
course not,
help.
no, like, it was
Oh,
clearly right in front of her, yeah, like, I'm
oh.
glad she did help pick him up.
Imagine she
Um,
just walks away.
I would've
My
been
bad.
mad, but I don't think I've had many intense interactions.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, so nothing too crazy. I mean, cons in general can be kinda
That's all.
hectic with
That's what I'm trying. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get some juicy stories from artists, because you never know. Like, right here's some the most weirdest, crazy stories you get from a customer, or
Yeah, like
something happened around next to you, or something like that. Like,
I've had pretty good, like, con neighbors and
uh huh.
everything. I've never like I know some people can have, like, just kinda dislike being beside the person they're, like, tabling next to, but honestly,
Mhm.
like, I haven't really had, like, any bad interactions with any of them. Everybody's been pretty cool, so I'm quite fortunate for that.
All right, all right, all right. We still gotta look for one for a funny story.
Yeah, ain't
Because
got none.
I heard
Ain't got
some. I
none.
heard some. Because I heard some with like where an artist, like your artist neighbor, are so competitive, they get jealous or angry when you're getting a lot more customers than them.
Oh,
I heard some.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
I heard some like they like this and that, like like you're stealing customers, except like those are the stories I heard. Because I'm very new to the
mm,
art biz, right? I had one
mhm,
on
mhm.
TwitchCon and stuff, and I was gonna get more into
Yeah.
it 2020, but COVID
Yeah,
happened and all
yeah.
that. But like 'cause when I was doing my research about art boots, crazy stories that artists had told about like their artist neighbors or something going on or a customer. But the one like for me that stuck with me is like an artist being jealous because they're getting more customers than yourself. That's just like
Mhm.
bad energy right there, bad vibes.
Mhm.
Just him staring at you while you're getting
Yeah, yeah, I can believe
customers.
that.
Just giving you the
Yeah.
stink eye, like.
Yeah.
All right. So since you do a lot of mediums and like and for commissions you probably do like almost every single medium too as well, right?
Mhm.
All right.
Well,
So
sometimes.
well,
Yeah.
something. How do you price your art?
So I take into account the time that it takes me to
Hmm.
create something. I feel like, time is very, very, very valuable. And when I am like I love to assist others in like making their ideas into a reality. But by doing that, it does kind of take time away from me to create my own personal work. So I definitely take into account like how long it might take me to make something. It could be a few days, it could be a few weeks, depending on what it is they're wanting. Like I also take into account the materials, like if I'm creating like something with resin, or if there's something I have to buy that I don't have that they're wanting. I also kind of factor that into the price. Um, so as well as like kind of my skill level, just knowing like how long it's taken me to like develop my skill up to this point with what it is that they're wanting to do. That's another thing I've taken and take into account whenever I'm pricing my work.
Okay. So it just depends what it is and how long it takes you, and then you go from
Hmm.
there. Okay, okay. So you just take
Yeah.
it step by step.
Yeah.
Um, have you ever had a commission where it just went left, like out of nowhere, where it's like
Mm,
it just didn't work out, the person changed their mind, they regret it or something like that, or anything like that?
yeah, I did have a commission where I was creating like a logo for someone, and I gave them a sketch of it like beforehand to like get their
Oh no!
approval on it.
Oh no!
And they just was just like, nah, that's okay. So I was just like, that kind of sucked because I pretty much
Oh,
like did
okay.
the entire logo and they didn't want it. So that was kind of frustrating. Um, I've also had another piece I did where I did the sketch and everything, and I sent it to them for approval. They were fine with it. And then after the fact, they was like, you know what, never mind. I kind of want it changed. And so I kind of like pretty much had to make another drawing for them. Um, so yeah,
Ooh,
those are two.
those yeah. I
It was just a waste of time.
yeah, yeah.
Just a waste of time.
It's just like yeah, I get that could be very frustrating, especially that you put in the
Yeah.
work and then you're like, oh, never mind,
Yeah.
or can we change this?
Yeah.
Even though you probably told them, hey, after this we can't change it, or did you
Yeah.
tell them that?
And well,
Like,
I send the sketch, like, I send sketches for a
yeah,
reason
yeah,
so
yeah,
that,
yeah,
if they have any changes, then let me know then, because
exactly, yeah, yeah. Because
now
colors could
I
be changed, but yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
Oh man, yeah, I could totally get that because like that's what 100% I tell artists. Make sure you tell the people after you're done when they approve the sketch. That's it. You can't really change how it looks. change the color.
Mhm.
It depends what kind
Mhm.
of artwork you do, but you cannot change the design, or else it's gotta
Yeah.
completely. It's gonna be completely different. So make sure they know that, and then you will not have that at all, like 100%. And then if they do that, I'm at a point where like I'm just like, no, like gotta pay me more if you want me to change it.
Yeah.
Like it is what it is.
Yeah.
Like I told you
Yeah.
this before, like this is it. If you want me to change it, you should have told me when in sketch face, not when I'm this face. Like
Mhm.
I learned my hard lessons. I'm pretty sure you just learned like those two lessons. Like it sucks when it happens, but I think that that's like the one thing I will like say for sure. It's like tell them right then and there.
Mhm.
And then if you
Mhm.
try to do that, tell them to pay you more money. That's it. Like pay
Yeah.
you more money.
Pay
I
more
mean,
money or like make sure to express that like in like your terms of service if you're an artist and you have like a
mhm.
commission sheet, completely like lay down your terms of like what is expected so that people aren't caught off guard. Because be like, I put it right here in my terms. You should have read it before you commissioned me, you know. So yeah.
Has anyone tried to put like a fast one on you, or like I never I paid it, uh
Um,
or they try to like lie about something about the commission.
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think
Okay,
anybody's ever did that, luckily. Yeah.
that's good. That's good. That's real
Yeah.
good. Hear those horror stories.
Mhm.
Well, I was gonna ask this question, but it's probably never happened to you. Have you ever caught anyone stealing your art?
I have kinda actually.
Oh,
Um, it they definitely traced my work. I know
oh,
that much. It was definitely traced.
ooh,
Um, but they made it look different, of course, but I'm just like, it's traced because like I took their image and my image and I put it on top and I'm just like, it's way too similar. And they were like selling like merch of it and everything.
oh,
Like, the
okay.
design looked nice, like, I ain't even gonna front, like, it was a nice looking, like, piece that they made based off of mine, but it was definitely traced, um, and yeah, I don't think it's up on their site anymore,
Was it like
but
the
I
outline of the character
it
or
no,
something?
it was the entire character, like, it was in a different style compared to mine, but it was definitely the same.
Oh,
Just had a little bit more flair to it, I'll say.
oh, yeah,
And,
yeah. Okay, okay.
yeah, I randomly came across it actually. I was just scrolling on Instagram
Wow.
and I was just like, "This looks kinda familiar."
Did it get credit for you at all? Like for like the image, like oh, this is where my inspiration
Mm,
was, or anything like that, or
no, I like, I was meaning to, like, contact the businesswoman of it, and I
mm-hmm.
never got around to doing that, and I remember I went back later to look, and I was like, "Okay, it's not up there anymore." So, if I look again, I'm gonna keep tabs to see, like, do you still have it up there? And if they do, then I will message, but it's just like, it's so iffy with these copyright stuff. It's just like, I don't really know if there's anything I can do about this because I don't know. I don't know. It's just like it kinda sucks. It would have been different if they like I feel like directly took my image and just put it on something, but they didn't do that. So I don't really know
um,
like what I can really do about it.
how do you feel about people? Like, okay, so this is a new question I kind of want to ask about an artist's perspective. How do you feel about references, and when is it okay to use the reference and when is not okay to references? Because you kind of already told me like they kind of just took the outline and made it their own way, and that's not
Yeah.
okay. So I would love to hear your opinion about like, because I always hear like two sides of it, where like no
Mhm.
at all, like don't even do that. So I'm like, yeah, of course you want to use inspiration, you want
Mhm.
to take that and then go with it and do your own thing. So what is your opinion about it?
I am definitely like for using references. Like I feel like as long as you're not like directly copying the reference like pixel by pixel and trying to resell it. But other than that, like I see nothing wrong with using references and using for inspiration. and definitely trying to like make it different, you know. I see nothing wrong with it. Which is why, like, when it came to my art piece and, seeing that this other person was using it, I'm just like, you know, it looked a little bit too similar though. So I think that's why I had a slight issue with that. Um, and then of course it was, a company that like had way more followers than I did, and they were definitely a lot bigger than I was. So I'm just
Hmm.
like,
It'd be
um,
intimidating. Okay, yeah, it could be
yeah, yeah.
intimidating.
So I'm just like, oh yeah, they kind of got a name and everything for themselves. But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely for using references. Like, yeah, I see nothing wrong with it. Just don't plagiarize. Like, don't take someone's art and throw it
Let's
on
give
something
credit.
else. And yeah, like give credit at least, and you can even give credit for references. I've seen artists do that of like they're using a reference and they give credit to that artist or like where their inspiration came from. I think that's a nice gesture.
Yeah, because I seen like an artist that got called out. I believe was last year. She was taking photos like females, but she
Hmm.
like just she literally just copy the outline of the female. If that makes sense. Like she like they made
Hmm.
it
Yeah.
digitally, but it was just the outline, and she never give credit to that. And she was selling products
Mm.
using her image kind of thing. And she was always about like you know she was a I'm gonna say she was a hypocrite. Of like
Yeah.
her image and her own thing, like
Yeah.
positivity and never
Yeah.
stealing this and that, like pro everything, and then boom, she get called out for that, and she's like, like I'm sorry,
Yeah.
refund all the money, trying to save face and all that, and so, but yeah, I don't want to go too much into that. All right, so there is something I forgot to send you,
Mhm.
but I was doing on my end on my screen. We're gonna
Okay.
call this. We're gonna play bingo.
Okay.
Bad artist habit bingo. I believe you people have been looking at this on Twitter lately. It's been like uh kind of going everywhere a little bit.
Hmm.
And I have the bingo card right here, and I'll be like saying which one it is that you agree with, and I'll put an X on it and see if we get bingo. Um,
Okay.
I can share my screen too if you want me to as well. If you want me to do that for you,
Um, it's
or just
fine. I
want me.
think
Okay,
I can
cool.
look at your stream. Yeah, it's not that
All
delayed.
right. Okay, cool. So, free space. We'll start with free space. You procrastinate. Bingo. I mean, Mark.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Just tell me yes or no.
Definitely.
Like, just
Yeah,
just tell
yeah.
just tell me yes or no, and then we'll go from there. Wait, hold up.
Oh
Oh, there
yeah.
you go. Boom. All right. Now let's go from top to bottom, I guess.
Okay.
Stupid or clear file names.
Yep.
All right. Has a million ideas, none get realized.
Yep.
Oh. Forgets on art style.
Uh, oh
Not
gosh,
really,
that's a
right?
hard one. Yeah, I say no.
No,
I know
okay.
I do I got different styles.
Does not experiment or step out of comfort zone. I think that's a no either, right?
Well, no, I do experiment.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you do a lot of
Oh, so
different
that's a
mediums.
yes, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wait.
So no, that's a no.
Yeah,
That's a no.
yeah. Okay, okay.
Yeah. I feel that doing studies will interfere with my unique art style.
I don't agree with that.
Oh, you don't agree with that? Okay, so that means we
Well,
just leave it
like I
blank.
don't. Yeah, like I
Okay,
like
okay,
I would do studies. Like
okay.
I want that. Yeah.
All right. Craves attention but doesn't finish enough stuff or advertises stuff affectionatively. Sorry.
Mm,
Hmm.
yeah, go ahead
Okay,
and check
okay.
that off. Yeah,
All
yeah, let's
right.
do that.
Keeps accidentally drawing on the wrong layer.
Yeah, I definitely do that.
Bad habits, man. Hides body parts they aren't comfortable drawing. Hands, feet, etc.
Oh yeah, I definitely do that.
Oh, the close bingo. Forgets to say regularly.
Uh, I actually do. have a habit of saving a lot.
Okay, all
It's
right,
not
all
too
right, all
bad.
right. Never finishes anything, which is no,
I
that
do
makes sense.
finish things
Yeah,
though.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah. That's what I'm saying.
do. So,
Doesn't utilize all available art tools, custom brushes, keyboards, shortcuts, etc. Like you don't use every tool that you get, or
um, I'm starting to though. I'm starting
Ah,
to
so all
though.
right, all right, all right. So you kind of
Yeah.
like take away that bad habit. All right, all right.
Yeah.
Lacks motivation, often burns out, too sad to draw, etc. Like I don't feel like drawing anymore right now.
Uh, I wouldn't say that. I'm still motivated. I'm definitely still motivated to create.
Okay. Only draws from specific angles, profile, three fourths, etc.
Yeah, I definitely do that.
All right, so that's a check or mark. Disorganized
Mhm.
art folders.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely have disorganized art folders. It could be a lot better.
I'm gonna do this with every artist now because I want to know what's going on. Avoid drawing backgrounds.
Yeah, definitely avoid backgrounds.
All right. Disregards personal health in favor of drawing. Lacks of breaks. Carpal tunnel. Oh, okay, I know that. Okay, I know what that is. Etc.
I do take breaks, so that does not apply to me.
Okay. Accidentally saves over the wrong version of a file.
I actually don't do that very often. Yeah.
Hates asking for or accepting help and advice.
I mean, I don't hate it, I just don't do it.
I think you hate
Like,
it. I think
not
you hate
hate.
it. Well, I mean, like you dislike, like you don't prefer doing that.
Yeah, I guess.
Does that count? I mean, it's up to you. Does
Yeah.
that count?
Yeah, that'll count. We'll
All
count
right,
that.
all right, all right. Lines too sketchy or sloppy.
Mm,
I
I
guess it
don't
kind of depends on
think
style, right?
s Yeah, like, I feel like I don't think so. I mean, my line work could be better, but I don't think it's sketchy or, like, sloppy.
Okay, okay. Perfectionist to self-critical.
Um, I say no
No.
when it
Okay,
comes
okay,
to my
okay.
art. Like, I'm, like, semi, but I don't over obsess, so
Cannot accept compliments to self. Did I say it? I'm so sorry.
see, no, I can accept compliments.
Yeah, I should just read the first
I
part.
like compliments.
Send comments, guys. Right in chat. Doesn't spend enough time planning or sketching.
That does well, wait a minute, doesn't feel like I'm planning on switching. Um,
Like you don't
I
plan that
guess
much.
that applies I guess that applies to me because I just haven't been drawing a lot. So, yeah, like,
Well,
I
like,
just don't
do you plan before you do an art piece,
uh,
like fully, or? And then that's what like just
mm,
trying to say. Like, do you plan of like everything out
yeah.
before you do something like on the
Oh,
canvas stuff like that? I think that's what it's saying.
oh, yeah, I do plan out,
Okay,
actually,
okay.
yeah.
And hopefully I don't know this one, so maybe you could educate me on that. Same face syndrome.
I'm assuming that's meaning, like, all of your faces that you draw look very similar, like, have very similar features,
Oh,
not much diversity
yeah, I would have
in,
crossed
like,
that. I would have crossed
certain
that.
features.
I will
Um,
cross that for sure.
I well, see, I don't draw faces. I don't draw faces really,
um.
like, that's why I draw creatures, so I don't have to do
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe that's a yes because all my creatures have teeth. Like, I end up having, like, really big teeth. So maybe
Right.
I do have, like, stick to the same
So
feature.
same mouth syndrome.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess we could count it. I guess. Let's go
Yeah,
for count it. All right. All right. Forgets to actually post finished stuff.
I haven't finished anything lately. Um
But do you forget, like, when you finish something, you post it right away? Do you take forever to
Yeah,
post it?
I definitely forget because it might definitely take me, like, a few days after I make it to post it.
Well, we got bingo!
Well well
Bingo! Well, congratulations. You're a bad art. You're a bad artist, but have a lot of habits. Just kidding.
I cover, like, half the board, half the chart, you know, half of them.
Well, there you go. You win that. Hopefully you fix some of these bad habits. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh,
Um,
definitely. I have the time to.
no, no, no. I thought it was like pretty interesting and fun, and like just
Mhm.
like just seeing like get another artist perspective, like kind of because I have a lot of bad habits too, and I could like probably cross a lot on this list for sure. So,
Mhm, mhm.
but yeah, you actually got bingo. How do you
Wow.
feel?
I feel great knowing these things coming to light to me right now so I can fix them, so I can improve.
Oh man, I really I gotta save this game for the other future interviews. All right, so I
Yes.
guess I think we are at the end of this. We got one last question, which is like pretty much the end of what do people need to know about you, about how you think, and what you create to understand and appreciate your artwork.
Um, let's see. I guess something that people should know about me is that, like, not only do I pull from my head when it comes to creating, like, the imagery that I create, particularly with my paintings, but I get a lot of inspiration from other artists. Um, like, I also try to research other artists and different styles. Like, there's just a lot of art history out there that even I'm unaware of, and I just want to, like, know more things, and I want to just kind of incorporate a lot of different things into my art, and I like exploring and experimenting with art, and I'm doing my best to push myself, and think outside the box a little bit more so that I can kind of just pretty much create something that, like, no one else has seen. I wanna create something that even impresses me, that I'm just like, "Wow, I don't know what I was thinking when I created this." So, it's kinda what I aim towards and just kind of putting my emotions in my paintings,
All right, all
'cause I'm an
right, all
emotional
right.
person, so I do that.
So any last thoughts about the podcast and the show? Since it's pretty much the end of all the questions.
I wanna thank you, Johnny, for letting me
All
be up here on your podcast. This is really dope.
good.
I really like this. You had some good questions, and yeah, this was fun.
Hey, well, I'll put her link or her link tree on the guest. I've been posting it. I will post this video on YouTube. So we're gonna. So hope you guys. Well, actually, this will be on YouTube. So if you guys hit the like, subscribe, and hit the bell button. All right. If not, we're gonna play bingo and learn about your bad habits and put you in spot. No, I'm just kidding. No. And at the end of the day, I hope you guys had fun, and I'm glad you joined me. Thank you again for taking your time and being on the podcast. I've really enjoyed it. Enjoying your world, your art, and also your bad habits. No, and yeah, we'll hopefully we'll do another update on this update stream or update podcast in the future, and some more stuff like that. So please follow her on all her link tree. Oh, actually, I forgot to showcase one thing. Your store. I forgot to showcase your store. That's my bad. Where is it? The Etsy shop, right?
Yes.
All right. So, do you, like a quick explanation about your store, what you sell, and stuff like that? You have any sales coming in the future, or any new projects, new products? Just like end
Yeah.
it.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
I
sure.
definitely have some new products, resin things that I plan on making, as well as prints. Right now, I'm currently selling pillows, kind of trying to get rid of all the pillows that I've made. So I have them on sale, discounted at the moment. I also do custom orders if anybody want something custom, like particularly like with my resin items or anything like that. So yeah, yeah, new things are coming. I'm gonna be uploading some new keychains soon. So that's what I got in store.
Oh, who doesn't want this pillow? The Skull Boy Minky pillow. Adorable. Come on.
It is my favorite. It's one of my favorite designs.
Yeah, it is. I love it. I love the design. Yeah, there you go, guys. So there's a store right there. Like I said, it's on Linktree, on Etsy, and then on YouTube, I'll have all links like right on the description and everything. So again, so yeah, that was my bad. I forgot to showcase that. So, but yeah, check the story out, guys. There's a lot of cool stuff, a lot of dope stuff, and yeah, hope you guys can like, subscribe. We'll see you guys on the next Think of Art podcast, which the next one will be next Wednesday at 2 p.m. Pacific time as well. We'll be with something pretty. She does dragon art. And yeah, we'll have her on the show next week. All right, guys. Oh wait, there's another one. I have another interview this Friday this week. I forgot. This is the first time ever.
You busy.
Yeah, yeah. Friday, 9 p.m. Pacific time. Live on my Twitch channel. We'll be with a music artist, Jim Pai. He's a rapper. He's an awesome artist. Dope. He has a good flow. All that good stuff. We're gonna showcase that on that podcast. And yeah, but it'll be uploaded on YouTube as well. All right, guys. So thank you guys for watching. Peace out. And yeah, thank you again for joining me. I
Bye.
do appreciate it. Bye bye. How do I end this? Okay, let's go. Bye.